slightly off, and it changes with the maps, and you have to get updated maps, and you have to calculate it, and it gets worse the further north you get, right? But so there was a couple things that didn't quite line up, in my opinion, with the round model and the magnetic Earth model. So first, are we to believe that only the very, very top, the very tip top of this sphere is magnetized to the north and nothing else? So they say there's this dense ball of metal that's spinning and creating our magnetosphere. Well, it's inside the Earth and it's spinning with the Earth. So bizarrely, that wouldn't be magnetized? Huh. Now don't say it's a projection of that core out to the exterior, because it's not. Our compasses don't point up into the atmosphere. Our compasses point towards a geological magnetic north. Okay. So then that leads me to believe that the core, which is creating the magnetosphere, is not magnetically charged, or our compasses wouldn't point north, they would point down. I'm not saying that the magnetic pull of the core would offset the pull of the magnetic pole. But would it not cause interference? I mean, we're talking about magnetism so sensitive that you can static electricity on a hairpin sitting on a leaf in a puddle of water, on a straight pan I should say, sewing needle or such, can point towards the magnetic north. But from where I'm located, we'd be a lot closer to that spinning ball. The Earth is only 4,000 miles across. I mean, 8,000 miles across, so that means at the least, to the center of that ball of spinning ball of metal, it's 4,000 miles. Okay, well, what's the distance from me to the North Pole? I bet you that's more than 4,000 miles. I'm down in Texas, South Texas. So then you have the size issue. We've got this metal inside the Earth. We're spinning at 1,000 miles an hour. How fast is it spinning? I mean, what are the forces on that?
This is why I wanted to bring this up. How much confusion just having a spinning model traveling through space becomes when you try to wrap your mind around all the possibilities that need to be perfectly aligned. Not only the perfection that as this model, as we were seeing in some of this video here, with all this stuff that is passing through the atmosphere supposedly, and we're expected to believe that this magnetosphere is what is protecting us from the rays of the sun when it's bombarding us with this much stuff, and then to believe that we can actually send men whom we care about. They have families, they send them out into this, and we're supposed to believe that. There's so many impossibilities with it, but we've grown to just fully believe it because all the CGI that we get from NASA, I mean, you gotta admit, this stuff they're beautiful pictures, they're amazing.
Magnetic.
They are amazing.
I just think it's funny how you get things that support from other people's arguments.
Yeah, some of these beautiful CGIs that they do, and they have, I'm sure that's probably the #1 job at NASA, is with their the different styles of you know, computer graphic artists that they have. And the problem is these poor people are working and not even knowing what they're doing, that they're creating false images that are being used regularly, continuously, and constantly to fool the American public about where it is on Earth that they live, or where Earth is, what Earth is. Man, there's so much I want to say about it, and I'm going to find a way to be able to do these videos so I can actually get my heart out there about what the Lord is telling me about all this and why it's happening like this. Why now? Why now are people starting to find out? I mean, people knew it was a flat Earth for centuries and centuries and centuries, and it's only been really changed in the last several hundred years. So there's an excuse or a reason for that. And it all has to do with the days that we're in these end times, and a great deception that is coming. And it will be here in no time at all, I assure you of that. So I just want to let you know that I will be trying to attempt a way to get more videos out, to press on the subject. Clearly you can see that these are all just graphic images that come out of NASA. You could pull up anything out of NASA and find that anything they give us, anything they share with us, is computer generated, from the ISS to the satellite pictures and stuff. I mean, we've got a lot of questions, and they have very few answers that actually add up to truth. So God bless, and let's get to the bottom of this.